Today on Burton Movie Guy looks at Becket. Not the one from Castle, the TV show. This is a classic film, Becket. It's Classic Tuesdays. Let's see what it's about. Brought to you by the Burton Movie Guy.
Hi, I'm the Burton Movie Guy, and today we're talking about Becket. Becket is a 1964 film directed by Peter Glenville, starring Peter O'Toole as Henry II and Richard Burton as Thomas Becket. Let's look at what it's about. Henry II and Thomas Becket are buds. They're best friends. They do a lot of stuff together, from drinking and wenching and just overall just hanging out and going on hunts. Henry II is the King of England, and Becket has some kind of role in the church where he's a deacon. But that doesn't stop him from going out and doing a lot of things with ladies. The film picks up where the Archbishop of Canterbury has died. And in what he thinks is a stroke of genius, the king thinks, I will promote my best bud to be the Archbishop, because he'll do what I want. Becket's a man that kind of has no loyalties. He's honorable in a weird sense of his own head. He's friends with the king, and he likes the king, but he kind of doesn't love anything. And he doesn't really understand what honor is. So the king thinks this is perfect. He's always at odds with the church. He always wants to do stuff the church doesn't want to do, and he's constantly having to talk to them about it. So putting Becket in charge of the Church of England, perfect. Problem solved. Becket begs him not to do this. But the king thinks he's a genius, so he does what he wants. So Becket becomes the Archbishop. Problem with that is, he actually becomes the Archbishop. Now when I say that, he actually looks at the job and decides to try and do the job. And in that, he finds God. It's funny that the guy had to be put in charge of the Church of England to actually meet God, but that's the way it worked out. And he starts taking his role seriously. And that's where it all comes tumbling down, because Becket, now a man of God, doesn't do what the king wants. And the king can't stand that. And he hates him and loves him and hates him and loves him and hates him and loves him. And it's just... And that's the rest of the story. Let's look at the acting. Peter O'Toole. Man, this guy was a great actor. There's so many long monologues that Peter O'Toole gives and Richard Burton gives in this movie that are one-take monologues that it's just... There's a heck of a lot of monologues. Peter O'Toole as King Henry II is just brilliant. You can totally see the emotional scarring he's going through. He loves Becket like a brother. This is a man who's been surrounded by people that tell him what he wants and pamper him and aren't friends. And to him, having a true friend meant everything. Becket, on the other hand, he's the guy that just didn't love anything. He never loved anything. He had a beautiful woman that was his, and he liked her, but he couldn't truly love her. He didn't know how to say it. He didn't really know what love was until he became the Archbishop, and all of a sudden he fell in love with God. Peter O'Toole and Richard Burton in this are fantastic. The highs and lows they each go to are just acting gold. As for the rest of the movie, it looks beautiful, it's shot beautifully, the direction is really nice. There are tons of long takes where it's just the camera moving just a little bit to follow the action in a room and just the actors go, so it's kind of like a play. And they actually use all the real places. They use the Church of Canterbury, they use York, they use all these places. It looks beautiful, the music is really nice, it suits it well. A lot of classical stuff being overlaid. It's funny. You'd be surprised how funny this is. Peter O'Toole is so funny. He says so many things in this that are hysterically funny that I can't tell you them because I'm not Peter O'Toole and I can't make them as funny as he did. But when you watch the movie, you'll understand. He's so funny. Becket is one of those movies that's just classic. It's a fully bearded, five-beard movie. Peter O'Toole, Richard Burton, magic together. So let me know, have you ever seen Becket? Are you going to see Becket now that I've told you how awesome it is? And what is your favorite Peter O'Toole movie? I have to say Becket's probably mine. Although, still love Lawrence of Arabia. Thanks for watching. Let me know if there's any classic movies you want me to review. Subscribe, comment. I love comments. Comments are great. And until next time, stay bearded, everyone.
You've been watching the Burton Movie Guy Classic Tuesdays. Oh yeah, Becket is awesome. I know it's not the girl from Castle. It's just... Well, that's an awesome thing too, but this is the movie with Peter O'Toole and Richard Burton. They're great together. Yeah. Subscribe, and as always, YouTube's safe.